And oh, man.
It's good to see a win.
It is good to see a win. It was a little bit of a heart attack again, but
That could have easily been a trap game for us.
I don't know, man. Everybody said that defense is pretty good, the Eagles' D.
Yeah.
I mean, they played better like we thought. And, the future's so bright, I have to wear shades. We're already halfway to last year's win total.
I didn't even think about that. Holy shit.
Yeah, think about that. If we win this week, we'll be 5-0. We got the Bengals twice. They look like they were going in the toilet. There's 7 wins. We got Dallas without their quarterback. There's 8.
Well, but their backup is Andy Dalton.
He's all right, but he'll turn into Andy Dalton.
They have some weapons. Yeah, I hope so.
So we should have 9-10 wins easy if we
still have Washington.
Boy, oh boy.
That's okay. This week, rivalry week, we'll get into that. But this Eagles game was good. I actually think the Eagles are going to win that division too. I don't think that they're that bad of a team.
Yeah, I agree. I think they will win the division, and I think they'll beat some teams in our division. They're going to get better as the year goes on. We played them at the right time.
I think so, too. Yeah. I think that team is a sleeper, and people aren't prepared, and they're going to turn it around. Once injuries start coming back, they'll get their scheme together.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to the Super Bowl or anything, but I think they'll make the playoffs. Yeah. I do think so, too.
Yeah, definitely.
It was good to see us, the Chase Claypool. Wow.
Oh, my God.
What were those stats for him?
Chase Claypool, 7 receptions for 110 yards, 3 receiving touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown.
Wow.
And he actually would have had more. Remember that one play was called back.
For right.
So he would have had another 50 yards, whatever it was.
Yes, he would have.
Receiving. So, but that's for his 4th game ever in the NFL.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That's
great. Without DJ in there.
Another great draft pick. And really, if we would have had that, we probably would have lost this game.
He stepped it up.
He did.
You know who else in the receiving corps did pretty well was Ray.
Yeah, Ray did good. Ray was involved. We had 21 plays with pre-snap motion. That's what we talked about with Matt Canada hiring before the season. We wanted to do that. It's a lot of things the 49ers do.
So, can you focus on that a little bit? I've always been against all the pre-snap motion because it's just it seems like it's a gimmick, but is there something that I'm not seeing there that I'm not realizing?
Well, every play they've done that with, they've ran the ball. So it's basically you move somebody in motion like Ray or...
Well, see, I get that.
McFarland, someone fast,
and
then you go the other way
really quickly or pitch.
And eventually we're gonna build on that. We're gonna do that same play, but we're gonna throw or we're gonna do something different.
And I'm okay with that.
San Francisco does that a lot. You build up on it, and it's really smart.
Well, see, but some of those pre-snap motions are also, you've got Vance McDonald or somebody moving 2 yards and moving 2 yards.
I know.
And it's that's where I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
We're struggling a little bit with some of those. And we changed the offense so much that I think people are confused. And
we've seen it. We saw it with Washington this week in a play.
Luckily, we're still able to win, but I don't know. So if it doesn't work, and does it have more of a success rate? Because it's been 42% successful.
Man, I feel like I'm speaking to Stevie Wonder right
now. If it doesn't change.
I was trying to watch some football, but I couldn't see nothing.
I heard Ray running by me.
Woo! He was so fast I couldn't see him.
All right.
But the guy had, they were actually cool. I wasn't trying.
No, it's cool.
I wasn't trying to kill your vibe. Ray did have 2 carries for 62 yards though, so that's pretty good. And I have to bring him up solely because I was not a big fan of him.
No, we were laughing at him. He only had 5 receptions, but another diamond in the rough.
Unlike other podcasts, we will fall on our sword and say we messed up.
Yeah, yeah. So that's something they're building on. And how about DeCastro got injured and Dotson came in? That kid's a stud.
You know what? He had a pancake towards the end of the second quarter, too. And that was just great to see.
And that's
a good D-line.
Man downfield was a bullshit call. That cost us a lot of yards. These refs were terrible. They were terrible.
On both sides.
Yeah, and I
really screwed up with that.
I even said maybe Tomlin should tell him, don't give us that touchdown. That was not interference. Put the ball back.
That really was a bad pass interference call. But
2 of them.
The one that put us down at the 11 or whatever was.
So it was. I was pissed when we didn't get the call for that illegal downfield, and then the Claypool was not offensive interference at the end of the game. That's ridiculous. And he just did this to catch the ball.
Right.
That's not.
Well, there was another one that was controversial that against Vince Williams for roughing the passer.
Yeah.
And that wasn't even close. Even the announcer guys.
You're not allowed to fall on it. Put your weight on.
But even they were like,
Yeah. Well, they were doing that a lot.
What? But then the other thing that, and maybe this isn't new, but it seems new to me, is I swear I've seen people, when they say 2 feet in bounds, right?
Yeah.
I swear I've seen people double tap a leg, and that counts. I swear I've seen that before.
Yeah, that was a catch. I thought we were robbed on that as well.
Yeah, and but then Gene Statutor came on and said, no, he's going to have one of each foot. And I've never heard that rule before. And even
I thought that foot was down anyway.
Oh, I did too,
he
honestly.
Drug it. I mean, it was close.
But even that, though, I mean,
what a hell of an athlete, though, man.
Yeah.
Jeez, man.
We got to steal with him.
Steal with him and Dotson. The Eagles' D-line was as advertised.
They're good.
They were, Hargrave, you can kiss my ass. You can stay there.
He didn't do nothing.
He had a sack.
Okay, yeah. That's great. He had a sack.
But he's not,
No, but you got against a beaten up O-line.
Mm-hmm. Ben was doing the short, quick passes.
Which means they had pressure.
Which is what Brady did for years.
Yeah.
That's how he won Super Bowls.
You know what? Another thing that maybe I don't understand. I've always been against that, but I shouldn't be, I guess, because our time of possession, we won that by a lot. 6 minutes. And, that stuff sways the game. And it's incredibly important. So I guess
it still feels like we don't run the ball, though. Doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's hard to run
the ball. But we couldn't run
on
them, yeah.
I think we'll see a lot more physical running the ball this week.
Juju was kind of non-existent, but I don't think they really threw. They were focusing on him.
Well, that's what happens when they focus on your number one
What about
receiver.
Ebron, man? What happened to him this week? I thought they should have got.
Ebron actually didn't do as badly as you think.
Well, he still had that fumble, which was close,
right?
And that drop.
But he still had 5 receptions for 43 yards.
Did he really?
43 yards, yeah.
I guess I didn't realize that.
I didn't either when I saw that. I was like, holy shit, he was
I wanted McDonald to get a touchdown. I even started him on my fantasy. Because I wasn't starting Zach Ertz against my team.
Yeah.
And Zach Ertz.
He didn't do anything anyways.
No.
But Vance McDonald isn't going to catch. But he had some great open field blocks.
Oh, he's doing great as a blocker.
Yeah, another person.
A lot of people said he couldn't block, and he's doing great.
Yeah, he's doing great, and he seems like he's enjoying it now. I mean, he started the season with what looked like a bad attitude, and now it seems like he's so happy to be here.
He may be back next year, too, because of that.
Yeah, he's doing great. I like that.
Trey Edmonds played in there, too, and he was in there on 2 TD drives and played pretty well.
That one leading block for the Connor touchdown, he did great.
And that's another guy we've ragged on.
I know.
The Steelers stick
I'm
with
happy
their
to be
guys,
proven
man.
wrong.
They stick
too.
with their guys. They
see something we
his
don't.
brother's on the team.
Yeah.
There's something about that.
There's a good rapport.
And he did his job, what he was asked to do. You can't ask for anything more.
That's true. And, hey, man, I think they see things that most people don't see. Just like how teams passed up Claypool so many times and they went in the second round. I mean,
when we trade back for Le'Veon Bell this week, then it'll be,
Oh, my God. We don't have the salary cap to do that. He's got $6.5 million in dead space
this year.
this year.
They could take some of that. They could eat some of that.
You think we'd take him back?
I do.
For what? I don't think we need him, man. We've got so much running back depth.
4th rounder, maybe? Yeah, but he's better than Connor, dude.
He is better than Connor, but he's toxic to have on your team now. I mean,
is he?
Yeah,
yeah, I guess.
On there doing that, I refuse to talk to reporters. I'm going to sit here and passively aggressively.
Maybe we wouldn't have him back after what he did to us.
I don't think they will.
The rumor was they tried to trade for him last year.
Yeah.
And we know Connor's a free agent.
But man, I don't know. That's tough. Man. But you got to think about our future depth. I mean, you've got. Well, surprisingly, Snell hasn't been in there lately.
He hasn't done much.
It's because of his damn fumbles. But okay, but he'll be a future back for us, and McFarland future back for.
Right.
Do we need a Bell? They're not all-stars, but they can be. Right. Bell wasn't an all-star.
No, we don't need a Bell. We can't pay him what he wants, probably.
No.
So no one's going to trade for him if it's $6 million. No one's going to trade for him.
I don't. Well, unless the Jets are willing to swallow some of it. That's the only way.
Whenever they're willing to swallow some of it, you always make good on it. Oh, you're talking about football. I'm sorry.
Adam Gase swallows? Wow, shocker.
As far as the defense, man, we're leading the league in sacks again, which brings me to my Blitzburg crunch.
And that's even with having a bye.
Yes.
I love it.
Seemed like, though, we didn't get enough pressures. Though we got the 5 sacks, but
especially in the second half,
he got
disappeared.
Maybe he was doing some different things, but
T.J. Watt, I think, was injured in the second half, and it seems like our pressure just stopped.
Yeah, Highsmith didn't do much. We allowed 10 of 14 on 3rd down, and a lot of them were 3rd and 10, 3rd and 20.
3rd and an acre.
Is that going to continue? Or was it just a good play by Wentz?
No. He said it's not, but it's happened every week, man. We're doing it every week. But on the flip side, we were 11 of 15 for third downs.
That's true.
So they let us do the same thing.
Yeah, but are you worried about our defense right now?
Yeah. Our secondary is playing like shit. For how much they cost and how good they're supposed to be.
I never heard of the guy. It's
200 yards.
Him and the other receivers had 17 receptions, 233 yards, and 2 TDs. That's crazy.
I mean, we shouldn't be with the defense that we prepped for this year. We should not be winning a game 31-14 and allow them to come back.
Right.
Shouldn't even happen.
I
didn't think it was going to. I texted you at halftime. I said, "There's no way they score again." Especially after what we did with Houston.
I said 35-10 was my prediction.
You would have been so close. But look at what we did with Watson and with Houston. Right. I mean, we came out the second half. We shut them down, and we couldn't do the same thing with Carson Wentz.
That kid played some good plays, though. But that worries me going into this week. So we got to do better, man. We got to do better.
So Tomlin's press conference right before we did this today. It was Tuesday night.
Mm-hmm.
He said... what we've seen is not what we will see with our defense.
Yeah,
I don't know what that means.
I hope he's right. Tuitt played pretty good. He had 1.5 sacks. He's got 3 in 4 games.
3 in 4 games, yeah.
Yeah, that's great, man.
So,
Minka still, I thought he'd have 2 picks. I was wrong. It was actually Steven Nelson had 2 picks, but they were gifts. But hey, you still want to make them, man. We dropped those in the past.
Man, Deontay Johnson has to stay healthy. Not to jump back to the offense, but that's killing us. I mean, okay, I shouldn't say it. It's not killing us, but
we got lucky we have Claypool.
Yeah, right. We're lucky we have some depth, but he's got to stay healthy. He's so much better than that.
Yeah, I'm disappointed, and hopefully he'll have a big week this week. He's a difference maker.
He is a little.
We can have him and Juju and Washington too. Really hasn't. We haven't gone deep to him that much.
So Washington had 3 receptions. He had 3 receptions this week. It is coming. There's things I think they're purposely holding back.
Right.
For some of our bigger games, I think they know. I mean, the teams we played are only combined 3-15-1.
Yeah, I know, that's it's the NFL. We got to do better. We were playing good.
We are 3-1 against the spread, though. So that beats that. I mean, it's but
yeah, I was pissed actually. I was not happy. I was so pissed at the defense.
They were coming back.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing? Yeah, but we won, and that's all that matters. And
on to the next one.
We got to play better, though, man. Got to play better.
I wasn't feeling the heart attack games.
If we didn't have Ben, that'd be a loss. I think that game.
I think so too.
Yeah, he was a difference.
But I think you're right. The deep ball is coming back.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to come back this week too. We'll talk about it, but Greedy Williams being out. He's on IR. See a bitch.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. I like where we're at. We're in it. And that's all you can ask for. But we have 3 tough games coming up. We go from 4-0 to 4-3 real quick.
But if we do, it's actually not the worst thing that happens.
No, it's not.
That's why it's good to be in a 4-0 position.
My thing is always stay around 500 and then
a little bit above.
Get a surge at the end. Get on a roll at the end.
Yep.
And you'll be fine.
I don't want to go 16-0.
I don't.
I'm okay with being underestimated a little bit.
Right.
And I don't think we will. I don't think we're that good. I think we got to earn it.
Right.
Still
right.
But.
So really, that's all we got for that game. It was a great win. We'll take it.
Yeah.
And then our
Claypool player of the day.
Oh, player of the day! What a pick! What a stud! What a tough kid too, man. So, as far as my legendary player this week, it's
Who you got?
L.C. Greenwood. L.C. Greenwood. He played for the Steelers from 1969 to 1981. He is not in the Hall of Fame, which he should be in the Hall of Fame, and that's something I think.
It's too many Steelers.
I know. The Steeler Hall of Fame.
It's the politics, yeah.
He's a 4-time Super Bowl champion, 6-time Pro Bowler, 2-time first-team All-Pro. He's on the 1970s All-Decade team and the Pittsburgh All-Time team. He had 14 fumble recoveries in 107 games. He even had a safety. He was
What?
I'm trying to think of his nickname here. They used to have a nickname for him because he always wanted to be in movies. Now I can't find it. Hollywood Greenwood or something they called him. Yeah, shoot. Anyway, that's a guy that I think that really should be in the Hall of Fame.
It's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah, and I thought we should just talk about him.
Yeah.
His best season in '71, he had 11 sacks.
Is he still alive?
No, he passed away. He passed away in 2012 at 67 of kidney failure.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it stinks because if he does get in the Hall of Fame, he won't be there. Of course, his family would, but they used to call him Hollywood Bags because he always wanted to be in movies. But I don't think he ever was in a movie. And he always wore yellow shoes. He wore yellow shoes, so he
before it was cool.
Well, and he did it because he wanted to stand out from Joe Green.
That's cool.
Because Joe Green was on the other side. So, yeah, L.C. Greenwood, man. Here's to you.
Yeah. Cheers to Greenwood. Cheers to what was it? Money bags? Hollywood bags.
Hollywood bags.
Yeah, I like it.
I was going to do Roy Jefferson this week because, that was Claypool that broke his record, but he was only with Steelers for 3 years. They traded him away to Colts. You know that?
I didn't know that.
I thought he was with them a long time. I did some research on him. I'm like, I can't do a guy that's only been there a couple years.
No.
So.
Still cool.
So, yeah, I want to do LC. So.
That's a good one.
And so, please like and subscribe. We're going to do 2 more videos this week.
Yeah.
Also, we have the Facebook group, Steel Studio Podcast and page. And you can get all our podcasts on the page. But hit the like, hit the subscribe, and we're on
every platform.
Yeah, every platform.
we're on, I think, like 36 different platforms now. So we there's a way I found it just distributes all over the internet. So, I mean, your favorite platform, if you have it, we're on it now.
Yeah. You will find us on Pornhub right after the Cornholio video.
Coming up on Sunday at 4 o'clock, depending on if we win or lose.
But, hey, man, we're happy we got a win. And we'll be back in 2 more times this week.
Yeah, I do want to just add, not to do a plug, not to be annoying, but we have new merch out, and I can only have it for a week.
Ooh.
And that's because it is the Myron Cope Signature Edition. I paid a one-time fee just to do it, to see if anyone would buy it. If nobody does, that's okay. But
I'll buy one.
Myron Cope. It's just a Myron. It's we got long sleeves and short sleeves. It's like the 3 Steelers, the stars.
Can you post a picture of it or a link?
I'll post a picture of it, yeah, and the links will be on there. And
awesome.
It's the signature of Myron Cope.
Oh, awesome. Picture.
That was cool. That'd be weird.
Yowza, I love Myron Cope.
Myron Cope, baby. So, but I can only do it for a week, so signature edition.
Myron.
All respect.
I would have done Myron if you would have told me.
We'll do him next week.
All right, man.
We will see you guys for the Browns preview.
Woo!
Go Steelers.
Go Steelers.